Again, here we go, our dough, second punch. Here we go, see? And then we're just going to get it out again. It's a little bit tedious, but this is what needs to happen. Here we go. See? It's now. So I'm just going to, at this point, not push it as much as I did the first time. I'm just going to, and you notice I have not added any flour. Huh? There's no need. 65% water works kind of great. So I'm just going to put it back and then cover it again. So here we go. So again, to recap, temperature 68 degrees minimum to 70. It's very important. You can use one of these thermometers. To recap again, that we said where the kitchen is very, very hot, you have to use the formula 220, from which you deduct flour temperature, from which you deduct the room temperature, and then another 5 degrees or so from the kneading heat, because if you're using a mixer or using the hands, it warms it up. And then if you add these three numbers together, 5 degrees, flour temperature, and room temperature, you deduct them from the 220 and you have your water temperature. Again, that works for a bakery where it's very hot, and it just tells them how much ice or cold water. They even have chillers, water chillers for the water. But in a home, such what we're doing now, if you just run your cold water for a while, and then you feel the difference between the first run and the second. So you have kind of chilled, not chilled in the chiller, but in the refrigerator, but just the faucet itself, cold water, is plenty. And it's winter now, so perhaps in the summer you might have to put it a little bit in the refrigerator. So you need water for about, I would say, 60 degrees or so. That would be perfect. Even at 65 is okay. But you definitely don't need to heat it up nor wait. Okay, so we're going to check on our pouliche just to get an idea. As you can tell, it's still starting to bubble a little bit. I'm not sure if you could really see this, you see? And I shouldn't really disturb it. But at the third, it has not been 3 hours yet, but you get the idea. And then it will be concave. I'm going to try to show you the pouliche. You see those little spots right there. It's starting to, and it's developing acidity for the pouliche. And then next time, perhaps I'll talk to you about the autolyse. Autolyse, there's a 20-minute autolyse where you just mix the water and the flour and together. You bring them together into some sort of a quick dough, and then you put it in the refrigerator. No, you don't put it. You let it sit for 20 minutes. Then you proceed with the rest of your dough. Now, if you keep some of your old dough, also will give you acidity. Like we're going to keep a little bit of that dough. You can put it in the freezer in a kind of a plastic bag, and then the day you're going to do your bread again, you pull it the night before, you put it in the refrigerator, and then a few hours before you bake, you leave it outside, and then you add it to your dough at the end, and that will give you another extra acidity. But not sour in a sense. If your bread is sour, that means it's gone too far. If it leaves you that, you need that tangy taste, but not sour. If it's sour, that means it's too far, in my opinion. Okay, ciao.